Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. So in this video, with my experience of playing my bond only account, I just wanted to go over a few different money making methods I've found where you have the ability to easily pay off a bond just by doing a couple of easy daily tasks every day and being able to make money from that to cover your full cost of a bond. So if you haven't watched my bond series, I'll make sure to leave a link to the playlist. We're currently on our second full bond from the account. The account we started with the free 1 week Prime membership, and we've been able to build it on there. And the end goal for that account is to get the Premium membership just from doing stuff in game. So currently, a price for bond is 62 mil. Now this is recently spiked due to necromancy and the necromancy hype and stuff like that. It has been sort of touching the 50s, well, high 50s, lowish 60s, but it's a decent price for a bond. To be fair, 60 mil is nothing really too bad. So again, we're going to go for a few things which you can do every single day. Some will be high level, some will be low level, but these things can all add towards a bond. So I'm just going to take some items out of my bank now. So the first item we're going to go do now is do the Garden of Het and then do the roses. The golden roses are what are used to attract the scarabs or the I think they're called whirligigs, which are used for the powder of penance. Powder of penance is probably one of the best ones along with the powder of burials. So because of that, golden roses are quite a high price. Again, this is more of a higher tier requirement, but I thought it was worth showing because here you can actually clear a couple mil per day. So basically, in the Garden of Het, or this Het area, there are 4 spots where you're able to grow forms of flowers. And these flowers have different sort of flowers which will attract different sorts of whirligigs. The ones which are the highest price by far are the golden ones. So the first one here, so you throw your compost. Now, you could do this on your own anyway, but I just do 1 run per day because I'm lazy. But you can also use a rapid growth spell from Ancients once per day, and all you need to do is click and it will tick on to the next version, and then that way you can do 1 harvest really quick. Now, if you wanted to continually do this throughout the day, by all means you can. You will just get slow harvest for that. I just do 1 run because normally I do only have time for 1 run per day, and we have other stuff to be doing as well. So again, use the Ultra Compost because it will give you the best chance. No, and then we use the Rapid Growth Potion. Rapid Growth Potion. Again, I think Rapid Growth Potions could work, but there's a Rapid Growth spell. And then we get that one. And then we go to the north of the campsite. And again, there's a few ways to teleport here. You can use your Ring of Dueling, or you can teleport to the archaeology spot and just run north. So we're going to put the compost on first. And then do that. But again, there is a chance you will not get anything from this, but I think for the time it's going to take, it's worthwhile just to do, just in case you get lucky and you pick some up. It won't take many of the garden roses to like give you some decent GP. So today we didn't get any, but there's some days you can get 2 or 3. It's just whatever, if your luck's in, you're in. Right, so the next one is the garden, or whatever it is. It's basically where the herb place is. The droid in the desert. And this is for a few things. So this man, who has the absolute worst click box in the world, has a benefit to a sort of a method. So if you had 10k crux equal favor points, which I am very close to, you can unlock buckets all the way down, which means you do not need to use buckets to empty your compost bin. And that's leading us to our next method. Is one of the best ways to sustain a bond is to make Ultra Compost. To make Ultra Compost, all you need to do is buy Furnace Pyroclast on the Grand Exchange. It's roughly about 500 GP each. Throw it into a compost bin. It can go into a bin noted 1000. Leave it 28 hours, and then you have 1000 Ultra Compost made after 28 hours available in your compost bin. Now, if you have the benefit from the shop, you can just do that without having to use buckets. If you didn't, you just have to take buckets and go back and forth and just empty your compost bin. It is absolutely not the worst thing in the world, and I've done it plenty on the bond account. It probably takes me the best part of 20 minutes. It's just a bit tedious, and if there's a better way to do it, there's a better way to do it. However, from that, you will profit, and I will take it from the bin now. Ultra Compost now is currently 6.6k each. You could make 6.6 mil every 24 hours with 1 farming. There is no farming requirement to do it. All you do is you buy it, you throw it, and then that's it. Admittedly, you can only do 1000 per 28 hours, but again, it's just free money. So even in a 14-day bond, I'd like to think you could do it 10 times, which would make you 66 mil. Even if you could only do it 5 times, which is way like under what you could do, you're going to make like 36 mil. 36 mil just from doing compost. And these other little things I'm going to show you as well will easily pay off the bond. So anything else you do in the game, apart from that 20 minutes where you're doing compost, will make you serious profit. Other things you can do as well, herb runs. Herb runs are very good to do. I will have a herb run guide coming out very soon to the channel. But on average, you can make from a herb run guide anywhere between 500k to a mil, depending on your buffs, depending on what sort of herbs you're doing and what sort of herb law market it currently is. You can make a lot of money from that. You can easily make up to 8 mil as well, doing the great big sort of shop buying run. I will pop that in the description because I just don't have the mental capacity to be able to do that on video. It's in the wiki, it's a massive shop run every single day you can do, and it is actually very, very beneficial, and it's something worth doing if you can do it as well. The other two methods I'm going to show while I'm here involves the Wicked Hood. So the Wicked Hood, depending on how much of it you got upgraded and how much of it you got sort of kitted out, gives you some free teleports. It's free only. I have some left over from another thing. And up to 175 pure essence per day. You can go take these to any altar you want, and if you team up with things like pouches, familiars, power burst and sorcery, you can make a decent chunk of money. So all I'm going to do, I didn't think I was going to do this, but just to prove it, we like to make sure that everything is visible for you guys. I'm going to fill all these with essence. No, I'm just going to do it without power burst. The power burst gets a bit complicated to working out like how much GP you got. So we're going to go to the soul altar. Now again, different altars might work out better. Nature runes at the minute are 1k each. Doing double natures could be better profit. I've just gone with soul altars because it's just one I know better. So we deposit the essence here onto the charger, and because I'm a smart ass, I've got impure essence, but it's fine. We'll just take the essence from the hood. So we finished that. It's 57 of the soul runes. Again, this form from the Wicked Hood is not going to make you the absolute most. And to some people, it might not be worth it. With this play, we're probably better to go and do something like Nature Runes, which would have given us, like, for the free trips, you probably would have made like 600-700k. But over a 14-day bond, it will add up to something like 7 to 8 mil. And again, if you included things like Power Burst or Sorcery, it's just even more profit on top. So the real reason why we had the Wicked Hood was to go to Runecraft. So every day, Viz Wax is something you're able to do every day. This should roughly profit you, depending on what runes you do, sort of like about a mil. So really, for a 14-day bond, you're going to make about 10 to 14 mil at a sort of range. Again, some days will be more expensive because you want to use more expensive runes. And some days you won't quite get 100% because you're looking for cheaper runes anyway. There you go, I found the combination. So I'm going to use 440 deaths, 330 of the laws, and 1100 fires, which I'll just write that down. This is a good one though, because I am going to get 100%. The rune price doesn't seem too bad, so we have got 100 Viswax. So 100 Viswax is actually 2.1 mil. So you can see where like the sheer profit can come from by doing Viswax every day. And again, in my Bond series, I didn't do Viswax. So yeah, that's where I kind of like dropped the ball. And it is a running meme, but you know, we embrace it. So between Viswax, if you did Viswax at a decent price, you could make 40 mil from that. The compost really is the big hitter out of all these methods. And again, like there's so many other things you can do. These are the things I've been doing on the Bond account every day, which have really like brought me the profit. The Wicked Hood, in terms of using it for rune crafting, it's just a nice little bit of extra for something which will take you 2 minutes every day. So in terms of how much profit I've made from this, 1100 for that. The law room was 330. So for the price of 250k, I have made 2.1 mil. Again, like I said, 10 to 14 mil is very much on the lower side. You will not get 400 Viswax every day. Sometimes it works better financially to just take it at 70, 80, 90 if you're going to use the cheat runes, rather than use the 100% combo, which sometimes might need Nature's, Bloods, or your 1k costing rune. But yeah, that is another method to do. Obviously, I've not gone through every method you could do. I've gone through ones which I've been doing on my Bond accounts. Apart from the roses, really, everything can be achieved at quite a low level. Like I said, Ultra Compost can be done at one farming. And in one farming, you could cover a bond. And with the time you've got to play this game on a bond, 14 days, you could do so much to your account to make other methods. You could follow any of the other money making guides on the channel, which will also bring you some profit. It's a real big chance like to use it. And not only that, like doing things like necromancy as well, especially if you're going to make necroplasms, candles and other stuff, you could make a lot of profit a lot quicker. But yeah, that will be the end of the video. I was only actually going to do 3 methods for this video. It's going to be the compost, Viswax, and using the Wicked Hood for rune crafting. But I think we've crammed 5 in with the addition to the roses, which was very much on the cuff, but it didn't work anyway. but it will work a couple of times over the 14 days. And also the daily shop run, which I'll make sure the wiki link is in the description. It's quite comprehensive, it is quite long, but they do estimate it making something like 8 mil a day, which will quite easily cover your bond as well. But even if you pick a couple of things out of that shop run, it's more to make sure that with something like half-hour gameplay per day, you can pay for your membership just through RuneScape GP, which I think is a really good option if you didn't want to pay for the membership with the real life money. So that is pretty much the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, please subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys have enjoyed all the videos lately. I've been on a bit of a mad one with some time off work. But yeah, we'll be out again tomorrow with a new video, and I'll see you guys very soon for the next one.